welcome back to Oversharing. I'm Madison.
And I'm Anna.
And today we're going to talk about shampooing. So we've got some tips and tricks for you, some information.
How to correctly shampoo your hair, which sounds ridiculous, but the people need to know.
Yeah. So we're just going to jump into it. So I'm going to tell you about sulfates and parabens and why you want to look for a shampoo that's sulfate and paraben free. So first things first, sulfates are a surfactant. Like basically it's the cleansing agent. It's what suds up when you're when you're shampooing. And so I think a lot of times we think if it's sudsing, it's working really well. But that's not necessarily the case, because with sulfates, what it's actually doing is it's swelling your cuticle and then the color all falls out. So for color treated hair, it's really not great.
It's working too well. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, totally. And so the thing with parabens are used because they're a preservative. But the thing with that is that they can cause irritation. So a lot of times they'll cause dermatitis and things like that on the scalp, and that's no fun. So when you're using a shampoo that has sulfates and parabens in it, your hair is really lacking moisture, which is really important for healthy hair. We want to keep it moisturized.
Yeah, I think a lot of people also ask us for a lot of shampoo recommendations. For me personally, I say as long as it's salon grade, as long as it's sulfate and paraben free, I go off of smell. So I don't know if that's unprofessional or professional, but I feel like, you know your hair needs, and it's really hard to recommend shampoo to the masses because everyone needs very specific things. Everyone has different issues that they want to deal with. But I don't know. I feel like if it smells good to you and it's salon grade, go for it.
Yeah. I think some of our favorite brands are Unite, we love Kerastase, Orbe, kind of anything in that realm.
We use a lot of Redken shampoo in the salon.
We do, yeah.
I like the Wella shampoo, again, because of the smell. Sebastian, I think shampoo smells really good.
Yeah. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. Like if you're somebody who's highlighted, maybe you want something that's, moisturizing, protein-based. I feel like most clients will want something that's just kind of a straightforward cleanse, maybe a little bit of moisture.
Yeah, definitely. And for curly people, there are shampoos that are moisturizing that aren't heavy, which is really important. You don't necessarily want something that's going to weigh your hair down. So we're kind of getting into more specific things, but I think you really have to think about your hair type, texture, your issues, and then kind of search for a shampoo based on those needs.
Yeah.
Should you talk about how to shampoo your hair?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is ridiculous, and I feel like it's like telling a 5-year-old how to wash their hair, but I think it's something that really needs to be addressed. When you shampoo your hair, you want roots to ends, all over. If we're doing a deep cleanse, you really want to make sure that you're scrubbing your scalp. You get a lot of buildup, especially if you're a dry shampoo person. I think almost everyone uses products these days, so you really want to make sure that you're keeping your scalp nice and healthy. You want to get off any excess, you have skin cells and all that kind of stuff that really need to be set free. So I go in, I wet my hair, I apply shampoo, roots to ends, and I really get in there and scrub. I mean, I go through at the front, scrub everything. You just want to make sure that you're really, really getting to the root of the problem. Somehow I get one of those every time.
Every time, yeah.
And then you want to really make sure that you thoroughly rinse. I think
so. If you take anything away from this video, you gotta rinse.
And if you have a lot of hair, I'll run into clients that are like, I have so much buildup and they have a lot of hair. And I think the main issue is that products aren't being rinsed out and shampoo isn't being rinsed out. So if you have a lot of hair, I mean, honestly, I don't even have that much hair, but I'll go through and I'll separate in the back and kind of stand so that the water really hits everything. I'll pick up everything so it hits the nape of my neck. Because if the shampoo stays, it just creates a lot of residue and you're gonna get a lot of buildup. When it comes to conditioning, mids to ends, you don't necessarily need conditioner on your roots. You definitely don't want it on your scalp. You'll get a lot of buildup that way. We just kind of run it through, let it sit, comb if you want to, and then you also want to make sure that you rinse that really thoroughly.
Yeah. The rinsing is really important too. So like I wear hair extensions, I do a lot of extensions in the salon. And what I tell my girls is you want to kind of section out your hair when you're doing a deep cleanse, a shampoo, because you want to make sure that everything is getting cleansed and it's also getting rinsed out. So I'll have them clip up a row, clip up their top section, you know, and we do a thorough rinse.
It takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. You have to make sure all of that product's removed. Another thing that I wanted to touch on is I have run into a couple people that they'll say, I wash, towel dry, and then I throw my hair in a top knot. And ideally, that's great. So you'll get a natural wave just from tying your hair up. But what you're doing is you're locking all that moisture between your bun and your scalp. And you can get a lot of funky things happening because you're not allowing that your skin to breathe, the water to dry, honestly that part of your hair to dry.
Yeah.
That goes for exercising too. After you exercise, if you don't have time to shower, if you're running to the next thing, or you just don't plan to shower, you need to let your hair dry because you can also get some funky things going on if you are trapping all that sweat and all of the bacteria between your scalp and the bun. And I honestly never thought about that until someone brought it to my attention. We had a conversation about it and I was like, oh, that's very smart to know. So just make sure you let everything breathe and dry.
Yeah. So another tip that I have is the apple cider vinegar rinse. There's a few different brands that make this, and it's really great because it will gently cleanse. So it's getting out that like dirt, debris, impurities. It's great.
Oil.
Yeah, it's great for somebody who's been working out. It's great for in between shampoos. It'll lock in the color, gently cleanse, but it keeps everything nice and hydrated. It's not necessarily something you want to do every single time you shampoo, but it's good to mix it up, and it helps balance your scalp too.
Yeah, so it balances the pH of your scalp, of your skin. So just keeping everything healthy. You don't necessarily need that deep cleanse that everyone seeks. Sometimes, but not every time.
Yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Just some quick tips. We didn't want to bore you with how to shampoo your own hair, but sometimes you gotta know. We hope you liked it, and if you have any questions regarding shampooing or what specific shampoos to use for your own hair, let us know and we'll try and help you out.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.